Yeah,
So
and the cousin M still working at Shade 45, 17 years this year.
yeah, we'll definitely get into that. Um, During your time at the Stretch and Bobbito show, you also got with Kurious. You mentioned the CM crew, which was Criminal Minded. How did that transition into Constipated Monkeys, and at what point did you meet Kurious?
I met Curious through K-Nit, who I went to school with, God bless. They both lived in the same exact building. He lived on the 13th, and I think George lived on the 5th or 6th. And, we just liked hip hop. Both loved hip hop. And I didn't know George was going to be a rapper. Like, George was the cool homie. And the CM thing came through his partner, Cotty, who wrote Erotic, CM, and he gave the crew to a childhood friend of mine, Nice, so, and he still writes graffiti back this day. He did like 12, 13, 15 years in jail. He been home for a couple years already. And he still write graffiti, CM, it doesn't stop him. And yeah, the Constipated Monkeys thing, I don't know where did that come from, but we were just naming names, and I guess they wanted to make that for the album. It was just the name of the album. He's a Constipated Monkey, but then they use it as that's what CM stands for. That's not what CM stands for. Yeah.
You were the DJ for Kurious. Can you
Yes.
take us back to the recording process of that debut album? What do you remember most about making that debut album?
Oh man, fun times. Drinking 40s with tabs in it. Just bugging out, man. Shout out to SD50s, Dante, Psycho, Jew, playing Grand Theft playing no, I'm sorry, but bugging, playing Super Mario Kart. If anybody wants to play me Super Mario Kart, I will defeat you. So do not play Super Mario Kart. Anyway, still now. A lot of fun, man. It's working and recording at Chungking. Chungking Studios was dope back then because you'll walk in to do the session and you'll see LL walking out. Or Brand New in the other room. Or Cyber Cells on the other side. So you're like, it was the go-to of studios.
Dope. Later on, 96, the Stretch and Bobbito show made a transition to Hot 97. Did you think at the time that was a bad move, or what were your thoughts, and what were you seeing going on during that transition?
Good move, but a little bit bad as far as you could tell once that transition, the audience was thinking, oh, that's it, man. No real underground anymore. But then, shout out to Bob, love Bob was doing, but then Bob was kind of playing records that if the beat was dope, he'll play it. Or, no, I'm sorry, reverse. If the rap was dope, he'll play it. You could put on any beat. But if he had the ill lyrical wit, it was dope. And I used to be like, Bob, man, I couldn't tell him nothing, is it shit, whatever. But then we formed the CM Family Am show. A couple years. Then I had my own show, the Lord Sear show with J Love and Evil D. 2 incidents happened, I'm not going to say.
Come on. I think it's past the limit of statutation, so you can go ahead and mention it on this show.
Well, I said something prior to something that Jewish people would get very upset about, and I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
Yeah, it was out of text, out of term. I did not want to say it, but it was just I got suspended. And then I came back, and then something happened. I guess I missed a meeting or whatever. But the only way you get you had to go to the school, and one of the interns, you had to be. If I kept the show going, you had to be an intern at the school. You can't just show up to get your own radio show on a college radio.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You ended up making your way over to Fondle Em Records to release a couple singles. Why no whole project from you? And tell us about your time at Fondle Em.
I only did one. I did another single. The first single I did was Alcoholic Vibes, and the B-side was My Hindu Love. Because nobody was talking about black love. And when I was talking about My Hindu Love, it was about this Hindu chick who worked at the grocery store in Harlem, uptown. I thought she was cool. And she used to hook me up with 40s and little blunts of crew, little sandwiches. She's my Hindu love. So, and Alcoholic Vibes, yeah, getting sauced up. I did both beats, both productions. And then the second joint I did was through Audi 5000. And on Indy 5000, with Matt. I haven't heard from him in a while. And it was under Vice. Vice TV show, Vice magazine.
Right.
Yeah. Before Vice, that was like 99, 2000. I did both of those beats and recorded it at PM Dawn's crib. Prince Poetry.
Right.
Yeah, God bless. Yeah. And did it in his crib. Yeah.
Was there ever any plans to release a whole album?
You might find an EP coming out hopefully this year, next year. But,
Is that all surrounding that time or a current EP?
Yeah. Yeah, EP.
I mean, was it from the 90s or something new now?
It's like it's new now, and one or two that didn't make the cut or remix.
Gotcha. How did you get to be a part of the Grand Theft Auto 3 series?
I had to fuck this chick from the back. Nah. It was what was it? I know, right? God dang. No, it was when me and Stretch was at Game Records, which was independent label that was for independent artists, where like models meet underground rappers. So
right.
when in the 50s and 60s, where 60s, 40s, 50s, where black people or brothers and black people would sing, but the whole album would be a white person on the front cover to attract your eye. So that was for underground. So you get a video, Bad Vixen, but it'd be Sean Price with like that.
Or Thurston Howell, right?
Right. So we was in there at the studios, and it's ill because I was there at 9/11, 4 or 5 hours of that prior. It was 5-6 blocks from World Trade when 9/11 happened. So we was just in there chilling, and this dude, John Schechter, I call him Shaggy Green. He owned half of the Source magazine. So he was like, yo, got this homie, wants to know if you guys want to do a radio show for Grand Theft Auto and, game radio. He's like, all right, you never know. That's cool, let's do it. Yo, didn't even know family with the Grand Theft Auto shit. I didn't have a PS2 then. PS3, PS2. So, I always tell the story. So I go to the store and let me get a sandwich, a bottle of soda and candy bar, whatever. And this little guy was with his mother. She's like, mommy, turn around. This man kills people and he's pointing at me. I'm like, you little nigga, I don't know you, man. Mommy, that's him. I hear it in his voice. mommy, he kills people in the game. I'm like, nigga, I don't kill no one. And then he's like, oh, he's like, I'm sorry. No, you in a video game. I was like, what video game, nigga? And then she was like, Grand Theft Auto. Oh, I didn't know that when they was gonna put the game out, they didn't let me know. It was done like practically fast because they wanted to get that shit out. Became one of the most selling video games. Yeah.
Was that a lucrative deal for yourself?
I know, man. A good ass check and that was it.
No crap.
Yeah, man. We didn't know. It wasn't like we didn't know at the time.
Right.
Mm.
So catch us up on what Lord Sear has been up to over the years and what you currently any upcoming project. You said the EP. What can we look forward to from Lord Sear?
You can look forward to me being on the radio Monday through Friday from 12 to 4 before Sway on Shade 45 Eastern Standard Time, Sirius XM, Shade 45, the Lord Sear Special. I play music. I say whatever's on my mind. Good interviews. About to watch Snowfall at 10. I interviewed DeAndre, who is an actor. DeAndre Barnes was an actor on the TV show. His name is Scully. He's an ill villain. If you ever watched Snowfall, you ever watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You seen
The
Snowfall?
series. Yeah.
Come on tonight. And I interviewed actors, actresses, women empowerment. Women's Mother interviewed a lady who films all the rap videos. And she was cool and she was Haitian. So I was like, stop, I say. She's like, oh, my boulette. You know. So it was all good. Yeah. You catch it on my Instagram. And yeah. That's it basically.
Do you have a few minutes? I want to let a few people ask you a couple questions.
All right.
All right. Who wants to go live and ask Sear some questions? Let me see here. I know my man DITC was ready.
Nobody wants to go live with me. They don't like me.
Oh, they were beating down my inbox. So we'll see. There he is.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, journalist? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I'm chilling, man. If I was finally glad to get a chance to talk to Lord Sear, man. I just want to tell this dude how much he meant to me. You know, him and Stretch and Bob for their show, man. I mean, like it's like I'm from Texas. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't get the show in Texas. I only read about the show when I used to come up reading about it through the Source magazine. And I was like, yo, hopefully one day, man, I get a chance to hear these guys show. I finally get a chance to see what they're talking about. And I got lucky enough. Well, it took years, but I didn't get a chance to listen to one of their shows till like 2004, 2005 from a friend of mine who had a recording of it on the tape. And after I heard that show, man, there was so many records that I never heard before. I didn't even know it even existed back then. So now I damn near have every show. So, but that show just meant so much to me. And I just want to tell Lord Sear, man, you know what I'm saying? You're one of my, you know, hip hop fans for life, man, for real, man. Like what you done in that show, man. And I had to tell this, and I told this to Bobbito last year when I went live with him. I tell, like, you know how you in the NBA and they have a Hall of Fame, right? And Hall of Fame, they have like contributors to the game and people who done stuff for the game. They didn't actually play or anything, but people that contributed to the culture, to the game. And they're in the Hall of Fame. I told Bob, like, you, Stretch and Bob should be like, if they ever have a hip hop Hall of Fame, man, you guys should be first time or second ballot, whatever you want. As long as you guys are in there, you guys deserve to be in there for what you guys meant to the culture, man, for real.
Oh man, thank you, big nigga, man. Don't cry, please. I gave that. He like a cool nigga. So you about to cry? I was like, nigga, please don't cry. I was about to say, don't do it, nigga. I thought you was like, and I said that. I let you do that.
Oh,
I said, God, but the question
Oh man.
The question I was going to ask, though, is I'm surprised journalists didn't bring this up. But for a short period of time, man, I know you used to work for Rockefeller, right? When they first started off the ground, like in 95, 96?
Yeah,
did you used to work
for Rockefeller? Then I had to go.
How was that experience back then, man? How was that experience like? What was that like? Like, did you see it?
It was No comment, because it was just like it was really nothing, man. It was cool, like because I ended up working for Freeze Records,
Mm-hmm.
and that experience was cool
Okay.
because you got to know more about the business. I had a desk. I was like, shit, all right. And then like, oh, I had a desk, I had a phone, making all kind of calls. I went to my first ever, rapping. What is it like? What is it? What rap? What is it called? Rap Pages had a magazine, and they, those back then when you had to go to Jack the Rapper and meet other people and like,
Right. Right.
So I went to that with Rap Pages. It was cool meeting people, talking
Yeah,
shit.
I think it was a live performance from that show when Jay-Z performed live with OC on stage, right?
Yeah.
I remember that show. I think I got some highlights from that show. Well, that's one question I wanted to ask you, man. I just want to tell you about that. And also, I called into your show 2 times before. The first time I called, I spoke to Pete Rock when he was on your show promoting the New York's Finest album, and I get a chance to talk to him then. And then I called into your show the second time, and I spoke to Premier. He was promoting the NYG's album, the first one. And I told him, I told Premier, I think you're one of the greatest producers of all time. After I said that, I think he said to you, he's like, yo, Sear, you hear that? You heard that, Sear? And you're like, yeah, I heard it. When he was talking to you, when I was talking to him on the phone.
Yeah,
The
I
show.
would smack the shit out of that nigga right now. Freeman's on here now, B. Smack that nigga.
I just want to give you your flowers. Sear. That was it, man. You deserve your flowers,
Nah,
man. And
that's
I
not
appreciate
bad,
you.
man. Preem, man, he good brother, man. He came by. I known him for a long time. My mom's passed away a long time ago. Came by the funeral, man. He didn't have to, man, but he just shows love, man. He not to say he had to like that, but I love that brother, man. He good down to earth brother, man. We joke around and play around a lot. We get to see each other, man. Very, informative person. Anything you need to know, he's right there for you. He looks out, man.
Okay. That's all good, man. And before I go, man, I think the
Nigga,
funniest
I'm
time.
a fucking. God damn. You got any motherfucking shit to do? God damn. All right, before you go.
Man. The end of the cold snap. The end of the cold snap.
Y'all come back, nigga. Okay, before you go, you like vanilla chocolate ice cream? You like strawberry? Before you go, do you like? All right, before you go, is it steak good with cheese or not with cheese? Before you go.
All right, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I like George Foreman's son. Got a lot of questions.
Oh, man.
All right, DITC.
Nah, all love though, my brother. But thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, man. And
You too, man. Peace out.
All right, peace.
All right, peace, man.
Hey, we're gonna take one more. We're gonna let you get back to your night, Lord Sear. Go ahead and log off, DITC. I got one more.
All right. Damn. Ooh. Oh, man.
How do you answer that?
Nigga, you still there? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. God damn. Nigga said goodbye, nigga. Like, Whiz tastes good with. You don't want to go, goddamn. Where you get these niggas?
All right. Here we go.
All right.
Got one more.